2002.
Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Detroit Lions.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Throwing first play is Ritter.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, LA! Drake London, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
One play in the end zone on a long touchdown pass. You knew they wanted to get him involved. He's their go-to guy. First play, though, wow.
Yeah, and I remember when I was playing, something similar happened. I remember getting to the sideline and my coach said, so what in the scouting report with circling him, putting a star by him, did you not
What'd you miss?
that he was a good player? And that's the question I would have for them now. You know, as you said, he's a go-to guy. How is he not covered? Now, I should say, covered well.
Taken at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Throwing to start the drive. Hyde. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Julian Love picks it.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
Now Ritter to throw on first down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Ritter to throw it. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
Touchdown! Josh Palmer, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because This has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen.
Gibbs gets popped and he loses the football.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
There he goes, left side.
Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jahmyr Gibbs, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think, pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Ritter off the play fake.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The intended receiver there.
And it's 3rd down.
You talk about this Lions defense.
They're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
One thing you do know, they'll be fired up because they're facing a top 5 rushing attack. And even if they have early success against them, they got to remember they got to sustain it, because teams that are top 5, they don't stop running the ball if they don't get things done early.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 6. Head off to Gibbs, headed right here. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation of winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
On 3rd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The Lions at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Gibbs. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
You talk about this Lions defense.
Now they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
Back to throw, Ritter.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at it, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 1st and 10, Hyde.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. Back to throw. Hyde. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Over 30 yards there. And first downs on 3 consecutive plays now.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right.
Gibbs again.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jameer Gibbs
With career touchdown number 75.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
There he goes, right side. Room to run at the 50.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Down. Ultra. Go ultra. Ready.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Second down throw coming for Ritter. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Colby Parkinson.
48 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And throwing here to start the drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
What a run there. I mean, you've got speed, elusiveness, escapability all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands. And guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Ultra. Ready.
Now they'll pitch it out here. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 19-yard line. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Ritter will set up to throw it. He's got his running back. back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check, view. Check.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
52. On the ball.
Ritter now.
And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second? And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Chargers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken at the goal line.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
Taken at about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here we go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now.
22 needle. Smash, red. Red, yellow.
Here's Ritter. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Ritter. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
Another throw coming up here for Ritter.
Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Ready?
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
His throw incomplete.
He was trying to get that to Colby Parkinson.
And it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
6, 7.
First down. Here's Ritter.
It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Working from the gun, Ritter. This pass is caught by London.
Touchdown, Chargers.
Drake London
with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Throwing to start the drive. Hyde.
That's caught. It's Sam Laporta.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down. Hyde. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Hyde. This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Lions touchdown. Sam Laporta as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Sheds off the tackle. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's third and a few inches. Gibbs will try and pick it up.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And he loses the football a second time. And picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
3rd and 9 here.
Back to throw. Hyde. And that is incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about saying defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory.
Ritter now on 2nd down.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
Ritter back to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd down. Hyde. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
On 3rd down, Hyde. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like
like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Trying to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it, because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield, and you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
97.
On play action, here's Ritter.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Let's go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Down.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28.
Steal. Check steal.
Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that work. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Lions are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want, and other times, the defensive front, they just break up the play before it can get going.
Here's a 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Hyde. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Let's go now.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, check Mega.
Ritter headed right off the option. And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Looking to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Let's go. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. High. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
It's a gain of 14 and a 1st down for Detroit.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
2nd and 6 at the 20-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hyde. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. Here's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw. High. And that will be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Nate Hobbs.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Throwing to start the drive. Hyde. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Hyde. That is caught by Laporta. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Here we go. 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Jamison Williams.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
This one setting up for a great finish, all tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Drill, 52. Red, cycle. 10 cycle. Ready.
Ritter looks to throw it.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
Now 2nd down and a few inches. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Ritter.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Here's Ritter.
That's caught by Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
This is 1st and 10. Now Ritter.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
Big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. Ritter looking to throw it here. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Well, this offense still has the one timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Ready?
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down.
incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here in OT. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together, and I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely, that would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10, down at the 33.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
A quick throw there out to Williams. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there at 22. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge. Of course, the ball gets in the end zone, this thing's over.
And I remember my coach has always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this win is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Again, it's Gibbs.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Another chance to maybe end it right here. This is 3rd and goal. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Gibbs